is the news hour on TV Sapiencia. My name is Somto Okafor. You're welcome. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has begun a rescue operation for a group of Nigerians who were stranded and allegedly maltreated in the Central African Republic, CAR. This is because the Chinese embassy in Nigeria said it has launched an investigation into the report that a China mining company abandoned Nigerian miners in the country. A viral video that surfaced online earlier this week showed the Nigerian miners who were stranded after being abandoned by a Chinese mining enterprise in Dakar. The video, which drew wide public attention, showed several distressed Nigerians narrating their ordeal. According to the individuals, they had been trafficked under pretenses, abandoned in CAR, and had been forced to work without pay for nearly a year. They also alleged that their passports were seized, leaving them stranded and unable to return home. Reacting to the incident, NIDCOM, in a statement at the weekend, said it has begun taking steps to ensure the release and safe relocation of the victims to the Nigerian embassy in Bangui, the capital of CAR. The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has issued a 21-day ultimatum to individuals or companies who have violated the terms of the Temporary Admission Permits, TAP, effective from Monday, 28 July 2025. Under the TAP scheme, certain goods such as vehicles, machinery, or equipment are allowed entry into Nigeria without the payment of full import duties, provided they are re-exported within a specified time frame and used for approved purposes. According to the NCS, several importers have failed to comply with these conditions, either by overstaying the permitted duration or diverting the goods for unauthorized use. The service warned that the defaulters must regularize their documentation or remove the goods within 21 days or face enforcement, including fines, seizures, and possible prosecution. The Customs Service stated it is committed to trade facilitation while ensuring strict compliance with regulations governing temporary imports. The Federal Safety Corps, FRSC Anambra State Sector Command, has confirmed that 5 persons were killed in a road crash that occurred along the Nnewi-Okigwe Road by Chisco Park Junction in Amichi, Nnewi South Local Government area of Anambra State. It was gathered that the fatal accident occurred around 9:30 p.m. on Friday when the driver of a tipper experienced brake failure and crashed into pedestrians on the roadside, resulting in multiple fatalities. The Federal Safety Corps rescue team, after receiving the news on Saturday morning, arrived at the crash scene within 31 minutes. The team managed traffic control at the crash site and visited the hospitals where the victims were taken. A press statement released by the sector's public education officer, Margaret Onabe, said 5 other persons sustained injuries. Onabe said 10 persons, including 4 male adults, 1 female adult, 3 male children, and 2 female children were involved in the incident. Reports from the Anglican Diocesan Hospital in Amichi indicated that 6 persons were brought to the facility, among whom 3 were confirmed dead on arrival, while 1 died later. The remaining 2 victims are currently responding to treatments. Reports from Pat Angelina Hospital in Amichi indicates that 4 victims were admitted with bruises and bone injuries. 1 male adult was confirmed dead, and the others are all responding to treatments. According to her, preliminary investigations suggest that the crash was caused by brake failure. Also in Anambra, the Anambra state government has dismantled and shut a notorious baby factory syndicate posing as a hospital in Umunya, Oyo local government area of the state, in a sting operation against human trafficking. The illegal facility, operating under the name Mother and Child Hospital and Maternity, located at One School Road near Tansen University, Umunya, was sealed on Saturday in an exercise that began on Friday after months of surveillance and intelligence gathering. During the raid, carried out by the state government officials from the Ministry of Health in collaboration with security agencies, key staff and operatives of the facility, including 5 pregnant women and 10 other persons, were arrested after it was found out that the facility was being used for medical malpractices. Addressing journalists after storming the premises, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, said the so-called hospital was found to be operating with a falsified license and was owned by a self-proclaimed medical doctor, a native of Delta State. Obidike confirmed that the syndicate was involved in the trafficking and exploitation of young girls aged between 15, 19 and 21, adding that many of the victims were reportedly held against their will and forced into pregnancies, with newborns sold into illegal adoption rings. Several teenage girls and infants who were rescued during the raid are now receiving comprehensive medical care and psychological support. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has stepped down as chairman of the board of Dangote Cement PLC, bringing an end to his historic tenure at the helm of the continent's largest cement producer. In a statement issued on Friday, the company confirmed that Emmanuel Ikazoboh, a former independent non-executive director with over 40 years of experience, is in senior management roles across Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, and South Africa, has been appointed to succeed him. The retirement marks another major transition within the Dangote Group, coming just weeks after Dangote stepped down as chairman of Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC in June 2025. The move, according to the company, aligns with principles of good corporate governance and succession planning. Dangote Cement has played a key role in Nigeria's economic transformation. Under Dangote's leadership, the company spearheaded efforts that shifted the country from one of the world's largest cement importers to Africa's leading exporter. The Ogun State Police Command on Saturday said that its anti-cultism unit, in collaboration with other tactical squads, have arrested 2 soldiers and 20 others suspected to be cultists during a midnight raid on Hilton Hotel, Hosele, Abeokuta. The spokesperson of the State Police Command, CSP Omolola Odutola, disclosed this in a statement sent to journalists on Saturday. In the course of the operation, 22 suspects were arrested, including 2 soldiers, 19 male suspects and 3 females. Recovered from the suspects were 1 cut-to-size locally made gun, 1 UTC axe, and several blue beret caps associated with the cult group. She stated that the suspects have been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department anti-cultism unit for further investigation, and that no casualty was recorded during the operation. Odutola disclosed that the State Police Command remains resolute in its fight against cultism and other violent crimes, and urges residents to continue providing useful information to aid ongoing operations. Police operatives from the Urban Division in Uvie local government area, Delta State, have arrested an 11-year-old girl for illegal possession of controlled substances. The girl, who identified herself only as Rejoice during an interview with the State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Bright Edafe, at the police headquarters in Asaba, said she was arrested in a commercial tricycle in Warri while on her way home. According to the suspects, the drugs were worth 100,000 naira. Her mother, Esther Obunugo, 45, who also spoke, admitted that she sent her daughter to buy the drugs. She said she sold them to a group of boys she described as Yahoo boys, adding that she occasionally used the drugs herself. Meanwhile, the police spokesperson expressed concern that a child so young could be exposed to such substances by her mother. Now on the sports news. In a breathtaking final held in Rabat on Friday night, the Falcons pulled off a remarkable 3-2 comeback win over host nation Morocco, completing what they dubbed. Down 2-0 at halftime, the odds seemed stacked against the Nigerian side, but in classic Super Falcons fashion, they rose to the occasion with a second-half masterclass that stunned the home crowd and sent a clear message about their dominance in Africa's women's football. Esther Okoronkwo sparks the comeback in the 64th minute with a composed finish to make it 2-1. The momentum shifted and it wasn't long before Folashade Ijamilisu leveled the score after receiving a fine pass from Okoronkwo, who had dribbled her way past Moroccan defenders in a solo run that left fans breathless. With the game hanging in the balance, substitute Jennifer Echegini delivered the final blow. With 2 minutes left on the clock, she slotted home from a powerful long-range free kick by Okoronkwo to complete the turnaround and seal Nigeria's title triumph. Congratulations to the Super Falcons. Congratulations to Nigeria. And finally, on the foreign news, Israel declared a tactical pause in fighting in parts of Gaza on Sunday and said it would allow the UN and aid agencies to open secure land routes to tackle a deepening hunger crisis. The military also said it had begun airdropping food into the territory and angrily rejected allegations it was using starvation as a weapon against Palestinian civilians. In a statement, the army said it coordinated its decision with the UN and international organizations to increase the scale of humanitarian aid entering the Gaza Strip. There was no immediate official response from the UN or non-governmental aid agencies operating in Gaza, and privately skeptical humanitarian sources said they were waiting to see the results on the ground of the Israeli announcement. The pause in fighting would be limited to areas where the military says Israeli troops are not currently operating, but the Israeli statement added that designated secure routes have been opened across all of Gaza to enable the safe passage of UN and humanitarian aid organization convoys delivering and distributing food and medicine. The Israeli military said these operations, alongside its ongoing campaign against Palestinian armed groups, should disprove the false claim of deliberate starvation in the Gaza Strip. Israel imposed a total blockade on Gaza on March 2 after ceasefire talks broke down. In late May, it began allowing a small trickle of aid to resume amid warnings of a wave of starvation. Alright, that was the news hour on TV Sapientia. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, my name is Somto Okafor. Good afternoon once again and thank you for choosing TV Sapientia. Have a wonderful Sunday.